Hello to you. Oh, my Mitrandil and Bratrandil. So just came out of the gym. I did my arms workout today, so you can see my arms are really pumped out. And yeah, my chest is also pumped out. I think because yesterday was my chest day. My back day was day before yesterday, so back is also kind of always pumped up. Yeah, my diet is good and not much work to do. So when you don't have much work and you take a lot of rest, and you have completely relaxed in your mind, then your muscles can grow. You'll have less cholesterol build up in your body. So when you have less stress in your life, you start to grow muscles and lose fat, because cholesterol, the fat that you get from stress, is really bad fat, and that is difficult to burn. So the bad fat is the one which not cholesterol, cortisol. So when you have stress in your life, you start releasing cortisol. When your boss starts harassing you, when someone bullies you, when someone tries to show you that you are a low status person, when people start to show that you are lower economic class or you are poor, and they are flexing their wealth, showing off their Facebook things on Facebook, showing off their cars, showing off their families. They are trying to make you feel more stressed, and that is what releases cortisol. That's why working remotely is what I always preferred, because you don't have to deal with people anymore, because people are the main reason which give you stress. And if there are no people around, then you can live a stress-free life. But at the same time, if you want to get a promotion in your job, you have to show that you are able to control people. So if you want to become a supervisor or a manager, it means you can manage people. So to prove that you can manage people, you have to go and bully people, and you have to comfortably bully people so that you can get promoted. So that's the main reason why some people are made managers, because if they are not made managers, they will just keep bullying people, and they will also not leave their job. So it's some people are very difficult, so that's why the easy way out for them is to just make them managers. So that's one thing. So secondly, what's the good news for today? The good news for today is that finally my colleague who had to receive my laptop in Portugal, he has sent an email to me today saying that I came back from my holiday and I'm ready to to receive your laptop on Friday. So I was very happy. I was overjoyed by the news, and he is going to take the laptop from me, and yeah, so there's no more problem for me. I had a lot of stress because I'm leaving the house on 20th, and on 19th this guy is supposed to take the laptop. And what if the laptop is returned? If it's returned, then he can't return it back to me. I'll have to reveal my new address to my workplace people, and also, yeah, I'll have to also inform my workplace people, current workplace, that my address has changed. And just in case, yeah, if they send me something related to insurance or something like that, I'll have to make sure that all my mail and post and stuff like that is actually sent back to the new address. I'll have to inform my current housemates that those things need to go to my new house. So with that, what else is the news for today? My second mini computer still has problems with connecting to the internet. Yesterday it was connecting perfectly fine. Today it was connecting for just 5 minutes, and then it started having connection problems. So there's some problem with having two adapters, network adapters, and I don't know exactly what setting will make it work, and whether I should disable one or just let both of them be and just connect with one. So yeah, there's a lot of problems, and I can't believe that I actually paid 200 pounds, 180 pounds to this company in China, and I actually bought that mini computer. And as soon as I saw that there was a problem with this computer, like with connecting to the internet, I immediately returned it, and that was like a really good thing to do, because even now when they actually sent me a free one afterwards, because I left a negative review. Actually, gave me a free one because they know that they have sent that faulty mini computer to thousands of people, and maybe there are a lot of people who are actually um, who have complained about it, and it also got into Amazon's choice, So maybe there were some computers which were working fine, but most of them, I think, maybe some of them were not working fine. But I don't know exactly what their problem is. They had a lot of issues with their mini computer. The printer, the headphone jack. If you insert the headphones into the headphone jack, you would get the computers. The monitor will start to lose its. Will start hanging. The monitor will start freezing, and then you can't connect to the. Yeah, then you have to restart your computer. So it crashes. Your monitor crashes. So there's so many issues. So I think they couldn't really put all those things together in one small space, and yeah, they had basically screwed up the whole design. So yeah, even they replied to me via email that maybe some connection, there's a short circuit, maybe something is touching something else or something. So that's why I decided to just give it back, and I also got a free one which was okay for a while, but maybe it's just a good way to just save my stuff on it, maybe like a hard disk or something. But it's got 200 GB on it, and it's got a 16 GB RAM, so I could easily use it for like, if I don't want to connect to the internet, I can easily use it for, like, let's say maybe programming or things like that. Just do some programming without connecting to the internet. That's nowadays that's almost impossible, but let's see what I can do. I need to fix that. So that's already 7 minutes gone. I'm talking a lot of shit, but what else is the news for today? So today I already paid the rent for the new house in Reading for the dates of 20th to 30th. So I think I am kind of excited to join the new job. So the new job is my first life back into real world after sitting in my room for almost 2 years, just wearing shorts and attending Zoom calls without ever going outside the house. And I had absolutely no social life, no friends, nothing. But now I think I'll probably have a social life, but it's gonna be a lot of pain in the ass. A lot of people are, when you have friends, you will also have enemies. So that's the problem with having a social life. Social life, yeah, friends and enemies. It comes with friends and enemies. And if you become friend with one, you obviously are making enemies of the other. So it's always like a dichotomy. There's always a, yeah. It's for me. It's always like a black and white. There's no gray area. So either one person is a friend, or for me, I can't deal with like very toxic people. A friend is a complete friend or a complete nobody for me. Like, I don't really have really bad enemies, but I just, if it's not a friend, then just it's nobody for me. That's it. I try not to. I mean, these days in England, it's not easy to make friends anyway. And usually, as an Indian, the only chance of making friends for you is making friends with Indians, or maybe someone from foreign countries, like, let's say, Polish, or even, yeah, blacks. Usually the minorities are the only ones you can become friends with. Yeah, the Europeans tend to become friends, but the Europeans have their own kind of, they are foreigners here, so that's why they will become friends with you. But they are not really just foreigners. They still have some connection with the. They are not exactly minority. They are still connected to the major. Like, they are still white. So even if you consider like the Europeans as foreigners to England, they still have a very strong connection with the whites of England. So the white British are not very different from the white Germans. So in that case, the white Germans and white British can easily become one group without any problems. They can easily intermingle with each other. Yeah, that's same for all mostly most of the countries in Europe. Even the Russians tend to become just based on skin color, so it's much more easier for them to assimilate into the population. And yeah, but in the workplace, I think it depends. I don't know how the politics work. At the end of the day, if you are good at your work and maintain some good relationships with everyone, then you become stronger. But yeah, if you don't piss off anyone, then that's the major issue. Even if you're not good at your work, if you should not piss off anyone. If you piss off someone, then you don't know who are you. You might be pissing off the wrong person, and then they will be on your back for the rest of your life, and they will be trying to screw up your entire existence in this company. So that's usually what happens to me in most of my jobs. So usually there's the weakest link, the one who you hate most, will end up becoming your worst enemy, and they will somehow, that will attract you will your negativity will be easily found out from those people. So what's the other good news for today? Yeah, the other good news for today is that I asked ChatGPT what I should do, not ChatGPT, but Perplexity. I asked Perplexity what I should do about my job, my second job, who have not yet really replied about my referencing and whether, because they've given me an offer letter, but it's a conditional offer letter and they've not yet got my references. So if I sign the offer, no, if they don't give me the references, my previous job, what should I do? I asked this question to ChatGPT or Perplexity. I don't use ChatGPT anymore. I'm using Perplexity because I think I ran out of my credit for ChatGPT. So now I'm using Perplexity, and I found out that it's much better than ChatGPT, and it seems to be free as well. So, and I've used Perplexity for almost all my email issues. It gives me really good emails formats, and I write very concise emails, but I ask Perplexity to make it better, and it gives me really verbose emails with very good English and very good formatting. And yeah, so I ask Perplexity for making better emails, and that has a good effect on I think you can learn something about communication from Perplexity on how you should communicate with people in an official manner, and even maybe in real life, that's how you should be communicating with people, like be more assertive, and whenever you need to use power, you have to use some kind of assertive way to say something. For example, I was writing an email about this guy who has to receive my laptop, my work laptop, and so I asked Perplexity to write an email for me, and Perplexity wrote an email where it said, clearly mentioned his name, Pedro, please be ready to receive my work laptop on Friday 19th of July. So exactly it gave me like it very assertive, very strong kind of email where telling the person to be ready to take it, and also if you have any issues, get back to me, and yeah, things like that. So things which you might forget, or things you might maybe those things are little things which might matter, where they might feel better. It's more like comforting. People might find it comforting when they read these emails. So Perplexity has improved my emailing capabilities. Perplexity also has improved my, like if I need to ask some questions to it regarding legal issues, I can ask them legal issues. For example, if I find both the job offers, what should I do? I think Perplexity replies in terms of US law, but I think Perplexity needs to take care of the UK law as well, because in UK you can sign both contracts, and if you don't appear for the second job, then it's, if you ditch one job and go only for the first one, then nobody actually asks you anything about it. That's it. Unless you've gone to a job, first job, at least for one day, then you have to give a notice of 1 month. But if you're not even gone to the job, then it doesn't matter. So I asked Perplexity about what I should do about this job, and because they have not replied to me, Oxford people have not replied to me, and I asked Perplexity what should I do, because my job is starting in a first job is starting in a no. I said, what should I do? Should I ask them for my next steps, or should I ask them why they have not replied? And Perplexity gave me a very good answer. It said, don't don't contact your previous job, don't contact this new job who have given you an offer. Just wait and let them do whatever they want to do. Just let them take their time, and let them come back to you. That's it. I so it's basically said, be patient, and be ready to take the be ready to be patient and wait for it. As long as they can take as long as they want, but do not contact previous job and things like that. So yeah, I think that was a really good advice. I didn't really consider that. And finally, my Sabio trade, I lost a lot of money today, like $400 because of a very close stop loss. I'm just still learning my method properly, and I kept stop loss very close. I entered into a long position for Domino's Pizza, and it actually went up and came down, and it closed the stop loss, and basically it closed the trade. So I lost $400 just because of that. So afterwards, I again entered the trade with a very far away stop loss, and then I could see that okay, now it's going up, and it even went up $40. So uh, yeah, it's very easy to lose a lot of money in trading, but it's very difficult to make a lot of money actually. So the risk to reward ratio is pretty bad in my case. I don't know exactly whether trading is actually my thing or not, because I'm really starting to get uh, really negative feelings about it, because I've been trying this for almost a few days now, and I'm just going back, and I'm just going down in my accounts. I'm just losing money. So I don't know what I should do. Maybe I should so what I will do is so with that, what I can do now, okay, I've placed two trades in the Forex account. They are going well. One was an M pattern, and that usually works well, and it almost went to $20 profit. And the other one is the AUD's Australian dollar US dollar, which was again given an idea given by Perplexity. AUD USD is actually going down in the next few days, and I also checked on the charts that yes, it's going down. So I just placed a trade. So today I saw that yesterday it was still in the negative, but today it started to give profit. So Perplexity is giving some good advice. And yeah, I placed the domino trade, and in my investing account I also bought Levi Strauss, Levi's, which is I think a shoe company, or maybe shoe company. Yeah. So today I bought Levi's. It was a small amount which I bought, and that was in my investing account. It's I'm just making small trades on that with whatever small amount of money I have in my investment account. And today I sold Core and C&M trade. Today I sold C&M for $5 profit, and so I had $240, and towards the end I had almost $300 in my investing account, and then I put some into Levi's. So Levi's I have almost 290 or something dollars put into it. So that's actually my real money. So with that I will be hoping that in the next few days it will go up from $18 to, let's say, $25. I think it should go up because it dropped from around 25 to 18 in the last few days, so it has to go up now. So it was some kind of a maybe correction, or I don't know what it was. What do you call those things? Like, why do suddenly these things drop 10-20%? It happens with all the stocks. Like, they suddenly start dropping from, like, for example, Salesforce. It was a golden opportunity. It dropped from 300 to 212 or something. And Facebook as well. Facebook dropped from 500 to 412. And yeah, it's really weird. Why do they drop like that? So maybe, yeah. So that's the good news for today. I bought bin liners. I bought 10 garbage bin bags for packing my stuff. I have 5. I can put 5 packages in the 5 bags in the truck, in the van. And my new landlord also seems to be a shady person today. I asked him whether I can take my office desk, my office chair in the new room, and he said, "Oh, you don't want this? I can remove the. You don't want the existing one? I can remove it." And I said, "No, don't remove it. I want to just keep my stuff as well. And I want two tables and 2 chairs." I said that. So later, as soon as I called him, later I got an email. Later I got a missed call from somewhere in Hitchin, and Hitchin is very close to all those places where all these people live. Like, so very strange calls. And then I got also some spam message from some people like, "Are you interested in trading?" and things like that. So yeah, I think the guy is a bit butthurt that he thinks I'm in IT. I'm getting a good salary, so he's a bit butthurt that yeah. So I need to be more careful about these assholes. But there's nothing much I can do. I've got to live there for at least 6 months, and in 4 months I'll have to give them a notice, and it's a real pain in the ass. So I don't know what I'll do. It's getting, yeah, I'm really tired of moving my houses so much, and the room is very small, and I can't really afford to pay £800 for that really shitty room. And I mean, I can afford to pay it, but it's not really worth it. For 800, you should be in a small town in England. You should be getting really good, very good accommodation. Even a single bedroom house in a small town in England. But these people, yeah. And for 800, you can even actually buy a new house and pay that mortgage of 800 and maintain a new house for yourself. And that's an even much better option. But I've not really bought any houses in England because it's like a lifelong commitment to pay mortgages and keeping jobs, and no real flexibility. And if you decide to leave the country, then you are basically fucked. I am actually very, very happy to leave the country to some other country like USA or maybe Germany or Netherlands. I'm very happy to leave this country actually, but yeah, mainly because of my health problems. Like, for me, this environment, this atmosphere, like the air in this country is like full of pollen. For me, it's full of allergens. I can't breathe. I have to take steroid inhalers twice a day to keep my lungs from inflammation, because my lungs start releasing some fluids, inflammatory fluids, when they actually are exposed to these pollen grains. But just because I'm taking these steroids for the last maybe 2 years, and now it's completely gone. I have no problem with any breathing issues or something like that. So, and I actually think that yeah, I actually think that if you take steroids in the long term, you might get like arthritis or something like that, osteoporosis. That's something I read on the side effects of steroid hormones, because these are some kind of really, they dry your lungs. They, once you take these steroids, they form some kind of, maybe they start drying up your lungs. So maybe if they come into touch with your bones somehow, maybe they also start making your, maybe losing its fluid, make your bones to lose the fluid or something like that. So I think there's a loss of yeah, maybe that's, if the bones come into touch with these steroids, because in your body the steroids can probably go through your skin and all your bones, and it can probably travel everywhere. So if it starts going everywhere into your body, then probably it will start because these are like small molecules, steroids. They can pass through your skin, pass through all the cellular membranes, pass through everywhere, and then they start to probably reduce the inflammation and all those fluids. And those fluids can be very useful for your bones. Those fluids should be used for like lubrication for your kneecaps, and for all those bones you need a lubrication inside your joints. And if those joints lose the fluid, then, but I'm taking only for my lungs, to reduce the fluid in my lungs, but not for the bones. But the body just takes everything, so the body might absorb everything, and in the long term maybe it starts accumulating in large amounts, and maybe that might cause some issues. But luckily, yeah, I should probably leave the country because of that, because I can't really trust this yeah, just like for example the COVID vaccine and things like that. A lot of people probably didn't take the COVID vaccine at all, and it was a complete bullshit. And I don't know what COVID was all about. Maybe it was a total scam or something like that. I don't know what happened exactly. So with that, what's the other good news? So yeah, the new landlord is a bit shady and sketchy. I don't trust them. Um, Now they know exactly my salary and all those things, and they know that I'm in a really good job, and so they have some kind of negative feeling maybe. Yeah, they have you know, the old Indian versus Hindus versus Sikh, um, Hindu versus Sikh mentality, which I think I don't really like like to think about that way, because for me most of the Asians are very similar. Like even the Iranians for me are very similar to Indians. In fact, yeah, I think the Indians are probably descendants of the Iranians, or vice versa, something like that. I think the Indians are actually the farmers who came down to Indian from Iran, and then they started forming the farmer community and things like that. Because the Iranians, I think, were probably the first to start farming and all those things. Iranians, Turkish, and all those, the Fertile Crescent, like the Middle East. And of course, Africans first went from Africa, and then they came to the Middle East, and then from there, humans uh, started to migrate towards Asia. Some went towards Russia, and from Russia, and yeah, so the evolution of humans actually in terms of migration is that the Chinese, the Russians, and the Europeans, they're all at the similar level of in terms of migration. They all went to these places around 25,000 years ago. The Chinese